And welcome KCIW listeners at 100.7 and, of course, the website, kciw.org, Brookings, Oregon. And yes, we are syndicated, so welcome listeners at KZZH 96.7 FM, Access, Humboldt, Eureka, California. Yep, this is Joyously Free with me, none better than best-selling author Joanie Lindenmeyer, and I'm so glad that you are tuning in. People ask me, well, give me a little background of you. Well, I'm a 34-year resident of Harbor, Oregon, a retired Del Norte High School teacher from Crescent City, a 2025 Lambda-nominated author with 3 published books in 2 years and the audiobook of None Better. But most importantly, I love life and love being the producer and host of this show. I am so glad that all of you are here. So let's begin with our normal, casual salutation. I will say it's a brand new day, and please respond with, it's never been lived before. Here we go. It's a brand new day.
It's never been lived before.
Woohoo! I love it when my speakers, my guests are always on it. And yahoo, that's fantastic. So this Radio Gadio show, as Will and Viv named it, is a show that talks about LGBTQ plus stories and tips, along with church, religion, faith, spirituality, and joy. That's the main point. It's the joy and the freedom, which comes from, of course, my second book called Joyously Free that I co-authored with Elizabeth Ann Atkins of Two Sisters Writing. So in this radio broadcast, just like in my life, and I believe in my guest speaker's life today too, there is no hate speech, no hate behaviors, and no bullying. This show will be blasted with the 3 C's: courage, confidence, and collaboration. Together, let's seek understanding, think out of the box, and be open like a parachute. So, I'm looking at my guest speaker here, but I got a few more things to do, but her smile is just radiating. I can feel the sunbeams coming across all these walls in here. So first off, let's open our hearts. We ask our Creator to shine light on our community and our world. I excitedly believe in hope, in the power of the divine, and that Jesus, God, whatever name you put on a higher being, is always with me and with you. So we do not need to be afraid or troubled, saddened or depressed. Joy and peace are an internal expression of love and harmony that is already within us, and we only have to reach deep within and let it out. So let's center ourselves. Let's take a big, deep breath in with the good and out with doubt. Let's breathe in through your nose with hope and out from your mouth with any fears. Last one, take a big, deep breath in with joy and out with worry or despair. In the name of Mother Earth, our Creator, our Redeemer, and the blowing winds of the Spirit, we say, good morning, hi, yes, it's us, and we're here to spend some time with you. I just always love saying that because I love being with my God, my Lord. So the reading I picked from today, I think might have to do with the guest speaker as well. And in one sense, it's pretty simple. It's the peace of God that will guard your hearts and minds. But let me read it. It's actually from St. Paul to the Philippians. Brothers and sisters, have no anxiety at all, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, make your requests known to God. Then the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and minds. And to me, that just sort of summed up where my heart is lately. And just make your requests to God. What are you asking of God? What are you wanting to give back to God? What are your gratitudes? Oh, I am just so filled with gratitudes lately, from the weather to the friends, to my travel, to safety, to a house that is beautiful to live in, to the apples on the tree. And so all these things I put before God, and God surpasses all the understandings that can guard me and keep me safe and with my friends in my community. So those are my high points for today. And I guess, it's now time I just say, Creator God, guide us, heal us. Thank you for being one with us today. Bless us to do your will. And together, let's have a happy day wherever you happen to be, whether you're in Humboldt County or the Curry County. Lord, thank you so much for today. Oh, my guest speaker.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. My guest friend, I shouldn't say guest speaker, my friend is sitting right across from me, and it is an absolute pleasure to introduce you to Amanda Whittemore. And Amanda Whittemore is one of my first people that interviewed me on her radio show called Quality Living. Oh my gosh, 6, 7, 8 months ago right now, but what an honor and a treat. But Amanda is so cool. She's an active real estate person. She's an end-of-life doula. She's into holistic health, and she has the most positive attitude for herself and for us, our community. So I want to say, welcome, Amanda, my friend.
Yeah, Joanie, thank you.
Oh my gosh, what a joy. You're sitting in a different chair today.
I'm on the whole other side of the world.
How funny. How funny.
Yeah.
So, thank you for being here. It just delights my heart that we could do this.
Yeah, and I'm so impressed, like, from our moment of interview and the theory and the idea to, like, I hear you on the radio, and it's like this beaming light of joy that just is so invigorating and tickles, like, every sense. It's just alive, and I'm so proud and impressed and grateful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And likewise. And likewise. So how are you this day? How are you doing today?
Man, the best in the world.
Oh, wow. And how come? Or why? Or what's behind all that?
Just the manifestation of saying it. The positive vibrations that God has guided me to say, no matter what is happening, I am teaching you, I am guiding you, I am in control. You are to fully enjoy it. Just love it and give more love. With anything wacko or any of those other words come up, give it more love. You say, how do we handle this situation? We just love it.
Yeah.
and we just be happy about it. And the more it works.
Yeah. Yeah, that's self-talk, huh?
Oh,
that's
gosh.
self-talk.
It's so good. Yeah.
And when you do that over and over and over again, like your life, is that true?
Oh, so true. It's natural. It just happens. It's just a gift from God, truly.
Super duper.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
I love it.
Oh my
I
God.
love being alive like you. I love it.
Right. So speaking of live, tell me, where were you born? Tell me a little bit about your background and what brought you to Brookings, Oregon, and then we're going to move on to some other topics.
Yeah.
But a little bit about Amanda.
My parents had me in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ooh.
Yeah. After that, disclosure, it's not my fault. Just kidding. But once you start there, it's a little difficult.
Uh-huh.
I've seen more than most people seen in their life before I was 8. And then we moved to Northern California, spent a lot of time in all of California. Then my adult-ish, like young adult years, I grew up in Costa Rica. And so 10 years there, and then needed to do some mending with my mother. We'd been distant, so I chose to find her. She was here in Brookings. Mm-hmm. And we did that. Had this whole year of mending. Now we're best friends. She left, and I'm here with a community that has been supportive and created, this environment around me that I have not a single relative for 8 hours, whether in an airplane or a vehicle.
Wow.
So
in terms of blood relatives.
Adopted, married, or blood, none of them. Yeah, humans from God's family, like that's where I'm at right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. And you talk about mending with your mom. Just quickly, how did you do that mending? Because that's so important for...
Yeah, so, after 30 plus years of always arguing and fighting and having just tension from being born, from whatever she went through generationally or with my father and their divorce, I have no idea. But it just was always real. Mm-hmm. So to put that away, what had happened is events in my own life with different patterns that I just would not leave. They wouldn't break. And I'm like, what is this, Lord? Like, God, please show me, what am I not doing? And I woke up one day from a near-death experience, and it was like, your mother. If you keep ignoring your mother, you're going to keep ending up in these situations. Oh. And I was like, okay, I hear you loud and clear. So I picked up the phone, I called her, and she said, come on up. Absolutely. She picked me up. She brought me into her house. She said, I am here for you, whatever we need to do. And she was ready too. It wasn't just that I was ready and God guided me. It was... Enough was enough. Yeah. And so we decided to sit down and hear each other.
Wow.
And listen. She would take an hour or two to just talk and talk and talk. And I would just listen and hear all of our stories. And then I would do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And we were just there for each other. And for 11 months, And we cried and we laughed and we went on walks, and thank God for the ocean. And yeah, then she moved back with my sisters in Northern California.
Wow.
Middle of California, I should say, because we're near Northern California. So over towards South Lake Tahoe.
Right. That is so profound. What you just described is like the best healing experience a person can have. No wonder you're into holistic health. Mm-hmm. Is that what holistic health means to you? What does it mean to you?
It
Amanda?
is. So as a young kid, holistic health was everything. It wasn't one thing or part of a thing. It was always looking at all the things. And,
can you give me an example?
Yes. So when my back injury wasn't healing, I was, 20, 19, and I was like, why is it not healing? Why is it not getting better? The doctors say this, this, and this, and this. And I searched further and further for more. And I realized that it was my environment, the weather, the job, all the parts of my life, not just my body wasn't healing. It was my environment was not conducive to my personal constitution. So I had to physically relocate to Central America because I needed to be in warm weather for my injury. I needed to be happy. I needed to eat raw, pure food off the tree. I needed to be in the warm salt water. I didn't need just to go to therapy once a week. I needed the whole holistic evolution of a new me. And that's what I did.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
And my back pain is gone. Like, they wanted to do a 3-level fusion on my lower back, said I'd never be able to gain weight or have a child. I was 20. They said I'd never be able to touch my toes. If you all have seen me in yoga, you know that's not true. They said I couldn't drive a car, I wouldn't be able to ride a bicycle, all these things, never swing a golf course. I just played my first round of 18 holes, and I did really good.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about choosing a different path from what we're told to find our true self and our true belief system of trying all the things. Don't try one thing or 5 things or maybe a different food or maybe a different music or maybe a different chair. It's not that one chair that changed or that one therapist. It's all the things.
And to be open to that and to listen to your body, your mind, and your soul. That's what I'm hearing you. Is that
Entirely.
correct?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. And does that lead to Joyously Free or what?
Majorly.
Oh, see, that's why I named my book that way. But would you talk about what Joyously Free means to you in your life?
Yes. The ability to be naturally happy for no reason at all, just because I feel good. And even if I don't feel good physically or emotionally or whatever it is, if something's off, just to be like the freedom to feel it and find joy within, to know that I'm alive and I'm going to make it through.
Yes. You're never alone.
Ever.
Never alone.
Yeah.
There's always a bigger picture, huh?
Majorly. And it's just for a moment. Nothing's forever.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just love
Oh my
it.
gosh. Oh my gosh. So you're also a death doula. And I love that because that means you're celebrating life 24/7 for eternity. Tell me
It's the truth.
how you got involved in that and what does that bring to your soul?
Oh, yeah. It's a real one. It's a real one because a lot of my childhood and younger years, other than the last 6 years, I was completely embarrassed of my actions or who I was or the life I led or who I was around. Even though I had yoga and holistic healing and natural remedies, there were still a lot of activities or people or things that I thought I know for sure were extreme, but they created multiple near-death experiences for myself. We would take it was almost like not a game, but it was like a way of living of who could take it past the edge but not die. And it was not at the time. It was fun because we were 25 and 35, but it really was not safe. But at the same time, it taught me, what does it feel like? What is going on in the body, the emotions, the mind? What is happening to the human being as the soul is screaming for help? Like, what are the paths and the avenues that get us to these places? And it showed me how to bring some of my friends back from those situations, how to keep them in their body, some of them didn't make it. It showed me how to allow them to hold space while they had their last breath, and how to guide that spirit and that energy in our friends and family around that departed, of the joyful moments and the importance of how they got there, not the idea of what that person thinks happened, but the truth of the situation. Because just to be honest, a lot of people blame drugs and alcohol on death or lifestyles. When we take those away, the root cause is depression, it's sadness, it's loneliness, it's anger, it's fear, and we mask it with drugs and alcohol. We self-medicate. And so through that lifestyle of being around that for a really long time, I learned the importance of being pure and clean and sober with a sound mind, and the difference, and how important it is to hold space for friends and family when they cannot handle that emotional battle, and to hold the hand of their loved one or be there to guide them, to show them it's okay to be in the room when their parents are passing or their siblings have just died or their youngest child. And so to have God be the ultimate cord and ultimate teacher of being able to audibly hear from my near-death experiences. I've had multiple car accidents, and I've once I came to and did my work to heal, at first I was embarrassed because I could hear things and I could see things, but I learned it's spirit and it's God, and it's really intuitive, and it's very clairvoyant, and it's very, very powerful to be able to see spirit, or to, like, literally, as the person who's dying, there's this white haze or this glow that happens, whether it's an animal or a human, and an aura. And I get to see that. I was gifted these superhuman powers from my experiences. So
wow, you see it and you feel it.
Oh, I feel it. I know when it's happening. I'll contact somebody and say, I'm here for you. And I said, I'm not sure what's going on. And like within 5 to 8 days, they'll tell me that either their dog's dying or their dad or somebody's dying, and they need me to come over and do a wellness check and sit with them, or the process of wherever we're at.
Wow. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And there are so many people, I can think of people right now, and I'm not going to name names, right here in Brookings that are dealing with cancer, or their loved one has cancer, or they are a recent widow, or they have lost a child. And I don't always like using that word, lost a child, but they're dealing with some heavy, heavy sadness.
Yeah.
And that letting go process is, I think, what you're talking about.
Entirely.
Yes. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
We do that mostly with being present, being with them, allowing them to feel it, setting a space, a peaceful environment, whether it's in the peaceful support yoga studio or if it's at the ocean or the river. And then we add movement, because a lot of the times when we go to church or when we go to our friend's house, a walk is the best. We go on walks together. But taking that and giving it space and room to process and move through the body instead of stuffing it or suffocating it, to give it range of motion and really move through the whole sensation of it.
Right. And I think that's why I enjoy my walk so much. And if you've seen any of my Facebook or TikToks or my Joyously Joanie YouTube, I'm out at Chetco Point, or I'm down on the beach. I'm out in the sunshine. I'm walking through the garden. I'm walking outside. Yeah. And it's just so holy, as in holistic.
It is. Yeah. Yes. The Holy Spirit is shining through and giving love and light. And as much as we can feel that in church and in, our place of business or where we live, sometimes it's best to get into a different, clean and pure environment, something fresh and new, to where you're lifted up and you're supported with a different type of oxygen. And yeah.
So speaking of all that, movement is huge for you. So I would like for you to talk to me about your yoga, as well as at the new pickleball Cascadia facility with Walt up there. Would you jump in and talk about how beautiful that's going?
Oh, man, it's just the best in the world. We're so grateful to be invited to operate inside the Cascadia pickleball zone there's all the courts, and then there's stairs, and you go upstairs to that magical catwalk where you can overlook and watch everybody play. You go through those double doors. That's the Peaceful Support Yoga Studio, a big, huge multi-purpose venue. We have a variety of classes: Zumba, yoga, aerial yoga, geometric yoga, vinyasa flow. We have dance sessions. We got line dancing coming up. We have some other qigong and breathing classes from a multitude of different teachers. And more classes are on their way. We're having warm, hot panels and or some type of heat added to the venue. So this winter is going to be kicking.
Woo-hoo! How fun. How fun. And it's a spacious place.
Oh, yeah.
It's safe. All are welcome.
Mm-hmm. All ages, all levels. Someone who's never heard about it or never seen it, and to the experts. Teachers are welcome to sign up and teach their own classes there and all the fun things. Yeah.
Wow. So where does a person find information about this, or do you register, or tell me more of how our community can lean into this?
The best way is to call me directly.
Okay. Everybody get your pen and paper ready if you still use it.
Yeah, right. Or text. Get your phone out. 530-334-0595. You can also go on to...
One more time, Amanda.
530-334-0595. Call me directly. I will get you fully linked up and tuned in and participating and moving.
Right. And that's in Brookings Harbor, Oregon.
Yes.
And all different times?
All different times from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
There you go. Oh, my gosh. What a great tip for our community. And Walt has done a fabulous job with the facility. The clean restrooms, everything is clean. Everything is just, it's just beautiful.
Yeah. It's like airport high end. It's like, one of those clubs that you go to at the airport.
Right. Very true. The red carpet room.
Yeah, it really is.
And you talked about the environment so much so far today. Mm-hmm. So we have the environment, we have body movement, mm-hmm. we have the peaceful soul of meditating and or
breathing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Music. Oh gosh, music is so important. Sound. Yeah. Frequencies. Absolutely.
Right on. So what's on your game plan for you continuing to be this vibrant, peaceful, joyful person?
I've been asked to and guided and supported to venture out into the real estate world. And so for however that's going to support the request, I am here to fulfill the position. As seasons evolve, I will stay on with the studio and the yoga and the holistic and just adding one more little branch to the holistic world.
I love it. A branch. She's adding a branch. Can you get that, everybody? I think her tree is like mega branches. Just unbelievable. Because
like a willow.
Also,
yeah.
And related to that, that's why your show, KCIW, Quality Living, is just another branch for you. Talk to us about your KCIW producing.
Yeah. So, from the KCI on the Quality Living with Peaceful Support show, that came to me from reading volunteer letters here in the station, just volunteering, reading some letters. And they're like, hey, you're just really fun. Like, do you want your own show? And it's like, I would love my own show. So that's how that happened. And they said I have to name it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what. And then so I named it Quality Living with Peaceful Support, because that's what I learned that I was missing in my world, and I found it here in Brookings. And I wanted to have more time and more quality, just a moment to sit and talk with somebody other than my whole life of, hi, bye, see you. Okay, gotta go. Going to Central America. No, I'm going to California. Now I'm going over here. I've been here solid 6 years and 6 months. And I just love every minute of it. And so I'm glad to share time and space with everyone on the Quality Living show.
And not be rushed.
No,
Not be rushed.
Yeah.
Quality living, quality time.
Yeah.
Quality, 100%.
Undivided attention.
Undivided. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now that we're on it, we're providing a lot of tips. Mm-hmm. We're getting down to just a couple minutes.
All right.
What would be the biggest tips that you can offer to our listeners right now today about quality living?
To honestly make yourself a priority. And when you do that, you'll realize that everyone else becomes equally of a priority, and you learn to respect yourself more and you learn to listen more, give more, and receive more, and your world becomes a symbiosis, a pleasant garden, instead of, it's a permaculture field. Instead of it being chores that you have to do or people you have to see, it becomes a gift that you get to interact with the way that your life has been created by simply making yourself a priority.
I love it. That's a mic drop in the producing radio world. That is a mic drop. Take care of yourself. Make yourself a priority. The get-tos versus the have-tos. Amanda, this 30 minutes has gone by so fast.
Dang.
I thank you from the top of my heart, the bottom of my heart. I'm going to give you a high five. We're interlocking our fingers right now, everybody, because we have the spirit vibe that connects us. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Majorly. And thank you for all that you keep giving and providing, and just as it evolves, it's just so lovely to hear out there on the airwaves. Thank you.
Thank you. Very cool. And so who do we need to thank? We need to thank you, the listeners, on this gorgeous coast of Southern Oregon and Northern California. Thank you for being with us in this joyously free manner with quality living and peaceful support. We hope that you've been inspired, challenged, and enjoyed the stories and tips from Amanda. And of course, all of her joy and love is just exuded into this radio. Well, just to make sure you know that we love our team here. Mike Gorse is on sound. We have Tom, Bozak, Candace, and Rose that makes all this happen at KCIW. We have Nate Dogg down at KZZH and a whole plethora of people down there, including Matt and Nicole. So that's been awesome. We also want to remind everybody that how do you live the day? Well, you live it by smiling big and wearing bright colors. Woo! Have a great one. Bye.